Alright, so in this video you are going to learn how to get your Hinge account back after being banned, and this is based on my real experience of having done that ban. So this video is backed up with evidence and not just some bullshit theory, right? Alright, so let's get into it. So just to give some quick background, I started experimenting with AI pictures for dating apps last year. And so these pics that you're about to see, I got them off photoai.com. Don't use AI pics from there because they aren't good enough to use on dating apps. But as you can see, they're clearly very fake and AI looking, and yeah, I got banned because obviously they're fake, and so I'm guessing girls probably reported me. And then I looked up how to get unbanned, and what I did was I followed this guide. So this guide right here, I'll also link to it in the video description. But yeah, this guide is about a hard reset, which you need to do if you're trying to get unbanned from Hinge or one of the other dating apps, right? So basically what's going on when you get banned is Hinge is keeping files on you. Basically they trace everything about you to make sure you don't come back onto the app. So to get around that, it's kind of a pain in the ass. You need to do a lot of things, but I mean, it's really the only method that worked, at least for me. So it is what it is, right? If you want to use the app, then you gotta follow this guide. But let's just do a quick run through of it. You got to uninstall the app, create a new email, get a new number, or use a service that will send you a verification text, usually for under 5. So I will link to a text verification service that I use. And then, well, it says edit photos here, but I think, or actually it says you might have to use completely different photos, which I did. And then different IP. You can just go outside to a cafe or something, or use your phone internet, and that's what I did. And in my case, here it says you can probably return to your original Wi-Fi once the hard reset works, but I did not even do that because I didn't want to risk it, right? Because otherwise I would have just done all these steps for no reason. And yeah, it says you can open your web browser or get a new device. So what I did was I had an old phone lying around that had no history of using Hinge on it. So yeah, if you got an old phone lying around, or you can just buy a burner phone somewhere, like a cheap one. By cheap, and it's still probably going to be around this amount, if not more. But again, it is what it is, right? If you want to get it back on the app, that's what it is. And yeah, I was also using a different Apple ID, and I never had linked Instagram, Spotify, etc. So that wasn't really a concern for me. And I had to use a different payment method. So luckily I have multiple cards and stuff. But if you don't have that and you can't just open a new account somewhere, what you could try, and by the way, I did not do this step specifically, so it may or may not work, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. So what you can try is, there's this site called 𝗟𝗏𝗿𝘆𝗁 that you can try. So basically what it does is you link up your actual bank account or your card to this site, and then they give you virtual cards that you can use to pay. So it's a different card number and everything. So this might work. Or you can try buying one of those prepaid gift cards from a store. You load money on it and then you get a card that you can use. And yeah, I think one of those should probably work. And yeah, don't use VPN. I didn't do that. And then never do face verification unless you have to. I listened to this. And then yeah, you can never log into your account from the device you got banned on, or you risk another ban. Alright, so that's a lot of steps, I know. But like I said, if you want to get back on the apps, that's what it takes, right? At least that's what it took for me. And even in my 𝗟𝗏𝗿𝘆𝗁 course, it seems like the people who have trouble with the bans or the shadow bans, they generally are not following all these steps exactly, whereas the people who don't have any issues actually do follow the steps exactly. But yeah, that's what I did. I followed the guide. Again, I'll link to it in the description, and you'll see after I did that, it started working. So these are like some other AI picks that I tried, but this second attempt at AI picks, it wasn't that good. Not because like I was banned, but just because like, I don't know, the picks were, I guess, too AI looking. But yeah, fast forward to my final attempt with the AI picks, it started working, and since I was unbanned, I was getting matches as well. So just, yeah, these are the picks. But yeah, just as proof, here are some of the matches I was getting. Some more matches. And then yeah, I also was running this profile in Europe when I was traveling, so some more matches. Or I guess in Europe they don't, or at least in these countries they don't use Hinge, but yeah, I was getting matches there, including on Tinder, which is the same company as Hinge. So I guess if I'm unbanned on Hinge, then you know I should be good to use Tinder as well, because I think, I'm not positive, but they might like cross-check the different apps, right? And like if you're banned on one, you might get banned on another. But yeah, in Europe I was using Tinder just fine. Here and in another country, Hungary, as you can see. So yeah, I mean, there you have it, how to get unbanned on Hinge. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, if there were any other methods to getting unbanned that I missed that might be easier than the one I just showed you. And if you liked the vid, obviously hit the subscribe for more videos like this. And if you also want to know how to make AI picks to get more matches on dating apps, I'll leave a link to my course that teaches you how to do that in the pinned comment. Or if you want me to do picks for you, I'll also leave information about that in the pinned comment. But yeah, until next time.